someone were to tell me that I'd be happier, calmer, more in control of my life 2 months ago, I would have just laughed in their face. Because honestly, I was drowning between work, home, my daughter, homeschooling, and so much more. Happiness felt like a luxury. Yes. But then I changed one thing only, mindset. And in just 60 days, my life started to transform. But wait, this isn't some unrealistic, toxic positivity talk. I'm going to show you exactly what I did to have this mindset shift. And I'm going to show you that you can do it as well. Because trust me, if I could do it, you can do it too. Here's the truth: if you're exhausted, overwhelmed, or just feeling stuck, it's really not your fault. It's just the way we've been programmed. But what if the way you've been thinking about happiness is the very thing that's been holding you back? Stick with me and let's change this together. So, the first thing that I realized was that happiness was buried under a whole bunch of expectations, social expectations, and my own expectations as well. So, I was waiting for things to get easier, for life to get slower, for my daughter to get more independent. But guess what? That wasn't happening. So, instead of sitting around, I decided to start taking actions by doing small things. I started each morning by asking myself one question: what is it, that one thing that I'm grateful for today? And don't get me wrong, because I always thank the Lord for multiple things in the morning, every morning. When you do something every day, it becomes a habit. And then at some point, sadly, you start just doing it, even if it's repeating words just out of habit and you're not thinking about it anymore. So the difference right now is that every morning when I give my thanks, I'm actually thinking about it. I'm actually feeling the words. So, for instance, this morning, I'm thankful for having food on my table because a lot of people are not even able to buy food. So, I'm thankful for still being able to put food on our table. That's where it starts, with being grateful for the little things that we have in life that we just don't really think about. We take them for granted. And the more you do this, the more you're thankful for things and the more you intentionally thinking about the words you're saying, the more it's going to become natural to you. So get in that habit of being thankful, but being thoughtful. Feel the words when you're saying them. Don't just say them because it became a habit. But here's where it gets interesting. Because the biggest shift that I made is not about just about gratitude, it was really about one simple habit that changed everything. So here's the moment that changed everything for me. I caught myself saying, I have to clean the house. I have to cook dinner. I have to prepare breakfast for myself and my daughter. I have to give food to our tortoise pet. I have so much work to do today. I'm swamped. But then I stopped and reworded this. Because listen, a couple of years ago, someone told me something that at the time I just brushed off. I mean, not that I didn't believe it, but I didn't understand it. I didn't feel it. I was told, change your words. Stop saying I have to. Say I want to. I choose to. Do you see? When you say you have to, it's because you're forced and automatically it's creating anger and resentment inside of you. And that's draining. And it's also creating anxiety. When you say, I want to, or I choose to, you're taking control. You're bringing control back to yourself. And you might think this is silly, but the more you practice this, the more you'll understand and you'll start feeling this shift in your mindset. And it's going to start reflecting on your actions and on the way you feel every day. Another way to look at it is by saying, I get to do that. I get to prepare lunch or dinner for my daughter. I get to clean the house because I want a safe, clean environment for my family. I get the privilege. I have a family. I'm blessed enough to have a family, to have a daughter. So that's a blessing. So taking care of her is a blessing. And instead of waking up in the morning cranky because you have a whole list of things or tasks that you need to do, instead of feeling overwhelmed, you say, I get to show up for another day. I am blessed enough to have another day on this earth where I get to do things that I want to do, that I choose to do, not because I'm forced to do them, because I choose to do them. That one little tweak, as silly as it might sound, it actually will rewire your brain. You got to try it to understand it. Just 2 years ago, I thought it was silly. And like I said, I brushed it off because it felt so woohoo. It didn't feel real for me. It felt ridiculous. But when you start doing it, you're going to feel the difference. It's not going to be overnight, but it's going to be gradual. And the more consistently you do it, the more effective it's going to be and the faster you'll feel a change. And if you think that just sounds too simple to work to actually be effective, I thought so too. But then something happened that proved to me that this actually works. Let me share it with you. I stopped believing that happiness is something that you have to earn. And the moment I made that shift, everything changed. I'm not saying life became perfect, but I finally felt present in the moment. And if you're watching this, wondering if this could work for you, I promise it will. I was very hard headed when it came to these things in particular, mindset and being positive. I was very hard headed forever. I didn't believe in these things whatsoever until I gave them a chance. Let me elaborate a little more on this particular point. We generally believe that happiness is earned, that it's something that you had to deserve through hard work, success, or meeting certain expectations, or being at a certain point in your life. In other words, many people tie happiness to external factors. I'll be happy when I get a better job. I'll be happy when I lose weight. I'll be happy when I have proven myself at work or to a loved one. I'll be happy when I find the right partner in my life. I'll be happy if I can travel nonstop. Can you relate? So, this way of thinking is dangerous. And it's really sad because it turns happiness into a reward that you have to earn rather than a state of being. But here's the problem with this: when you feel like you have to earn happiness, it becomes so tangled up and tied to your next accomplishment, and then your next accomplishment, and then your bigger accomplishment. Where does it stop? It keeps moving further and further away from you, like a finish line that never arrives, that never gets there, that is never attained. Happiness is not earned. It is something that you should allow yourself to feel at every moment of your existence. Let me give you an example with YouTube. I know a lot of you YouTube creators are going to relate with this one. It's like when you first start YouTube as a tiny, tiny beginner channel, you're excited about every single subscriber. You want to get to 10 or 20 subscribers, and then you get those and you're very happy. And then you want 50. You're very happy, and then you want 100. Like right now, I want to get to 100. And then after that, it's a 250, maybe 500, 1,000. We all want that 1,000 subscribers, right? And then when you have the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours, you're finally monetized and you're so excited, over the moon. Woohoo, I'm finally monetized. And then shortly you realize that you're making peanuts in terms of money. So you're like, wow, I've been chasing this forever. And when I finally got to it, it hasn't made a whole lot of difference in my life. So now I want 5,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers, or now I want thousands of views so that I can start making money, so that I can get bigger. You start making $1,000 a month or whatever the number is. Again, you want more. Oh, I want to make 2,000. Let me do this, this, and that. It's never going to be enough. No matter what goal you attain, we all set goals for ourselves on YouTube or whatever we're doing in life, right? So no matter what goals you attain, you're always going to feel like you want more. This is human nature. And because of that, if we don't learn to enjoy the moment, in other words, enjoy the process, like enjoy the journey on YouTube. If we don't enjoy the journey, if we don't enjoy almost every single video we put out, it's going to be miserable. It's going to be very hard, and it's going to be very demotivating, and we're setting ourselves up to fail, to a burnout, to ultimately giving up. That's why I always say I like to celebrate every single win, whether it's small or big. I like to celebrate wins. Be happy with every win. I'm happy at the point where I am, although it's way slower than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. I'm still choosing to be happy because I'm enjoying the journey and because I've understood that everything will happen in time. And it's a learning curve. I have a lot to learn. So it's only normal that I'm not where I want to be at. But where do I want to be at? I think I just want to continue growing, and I just want to have a community. That's my goal, is to keep building a loyal community of like-minded people who enjoy my content, and I enjoy their content. We communicate, make friends, grow. This is one way to grow, especially at our age. It's one beautiful way to grow and meet people that I never expected to meet or I would have never met in real life because they're far away, geographically far away from me. But YouTube unites us. YouTube gets us closer. YouTube cuts those distances. So this brings me happiness. The stronger my community is going to get, the happier I'm going to be, regardless of the number of subscribers, because every single one of you is a person, and that counts a lot. That means a lot. Thank you. The moment that you decide to be present in the present moment, to be mindful and enjoy everything in the present and stop worrying about the past and the future, you're going to feel much happier, much less anxious. This shift isn't just about choosing to be happy. It's actually about removing the barriers that were standing in your way, that were blocking you from experiencing happiness. The barriers that you set up yourself. When we stop thinking of happiness as something that is distant or that is earned, that's when the shift happens. And that's when we start allowing ourselves to enjoy the moment and enjoy the journey and enjoy and appreciate everything about it, about the process. Appreciate the fact that we're learning as we go along and we're growing and we're getting personal development and we're getting fulfillment in one way or another. Appreciate that. Recognize that. So we're no longer postponing our joy. We are appreciating the things that we have already now in the present. And therefore, guess what happens? We are freeing ourselves of the guilt of not doing more to be happy, of not doing enough to be happy. So, although it's not really our circumstances that are going to change, especially not at the beginning when we start with this mindset shift, however, it's that shift that is going to allow us to start enjoying and appreciating life for what it is, day by day, moment by moment, in a positive and productive way. Wait, I'm not saying that life is going to suddenly become perfect, but it's just going to feel like we're present and we're trying to make the most of every experience. Life, of course, is still going to have challenges. It's not just going to magically become perfect or ideal. However, the remarkable change is that we are actually going to finally feel present in our own life rather than waiting for the moment, constantly waiting for a future that's never going to come, because even when we get what we want, we're still going to feel like we want more. And that is what mindfulness is really about. It's about being present, fully present in the moment, letting go of regrets about the past and stop obsessing with the future, appreciating life as it is rather than how we wish it to be. By having this mindset shift, you're not forcing happiness. You're actually allowing yourself to experience it naturally. You're not forcing it, even in an imperfect life. So let me sum this up in 3 sentences. You don't have to earn happiness. It's available for you right now if you want it. Grab it. A mindset shift can change your life. Really. And finally, life doesn't have to be perfect for you to experience happiness and joy. So remember, happiness is not just about waiting for you to achieve something that's going to make you happy. It's about how you choose to see and experience the life that you're living. It's about being mindful and enjoying the moment, allowing yourself to feel the moment, smell the flowers in the field, touch the greens. Sadly, I can't do that because we still have snow here for now. So, but smell your coffee. Literally, wake up and smell the coffee. Literally, smell that coffee, that herbal tea. If you're a mom, hold your child, hug them, kiss them, feel their love. Allow yourself to feel their love without worrying about tomorrow, what they need, or what might happen, or whatever it is that worries us about our children, right? Just enjoy the moment and let them love you and feel their love every second. But here's the thing, there's one thing that I had to completely let go of in order for me to enjoy and actually make it happen, in order for me to have that mindset. And that one thing might be holding you back as well. The biggest thing that discouraged me or kept me away from experiencing a mindset shift is the fact that I always thought that I had to be this fake positive all the time, this happy go lucky all the time. It's not true. That's not how it works. Nobody can just be positive all the time. It's not realistic. You don't have to be fake happy. You don't have to hide your struggles or pretend that everything is fine all the time. The secret is in learning how to redirect your focus without guilt. And the best part is you could do it today. You could do this any second you decide you want to. Of course, it's not going to happen overnight, but it takes practice. But you also need to start. If you don't start working on that, it's never going to happen. Your mindset is not going to magically shift all by itself. Listen, this is coming from someone who was always negative most of the time, someone who always expected the worst so that I don't get disappointed if I get the worst or when things go wrong. I called myself realistic because I didn't understand that having this mindset shift doesn't require you to always be fake happy or pretend that you're happy all the time or pretend that you're positive all the time. I didn't understand. That's why I thought it was so unrealistic. So now if you've ever felt or if you still feel stuck in life, overwhelmed with stress or with chores or just lost in the chaos of life, let me know in the comments, what mindset shift are you willing to start working on today or to adopt right now after you're done watching this video. And of course, if you found this helpful, click the like, subscribe, because we're only getting started on this journey. I'm Christy. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. If you watched till the end, I'm very grateful. And let's learn and grow together. See you on the next one. So let me thumbs this